Alrighty, so today we have Kat. Kat is one of our Lifewave brand ambassadors, and she actually has a really awesome story. So tell me a little bit about Kat, your reasons of why you decided to start doing or using the Lifewave with the X39, and talk to me about the evolution of what happened in your life from having the X39 put into your reality.
So the X39 kind of started because I have a bunch of industrial abuse through my body, and I had a ligament replacement when I was 27. I have back issues. I've had neck issues since my early 20s, and yeah, I got to celebrate my glorious 40s just recently. And all of these things, they mount up. And when you find something that you love doing, that you want to be doing, all of the body aches, they build up to a point where it is just very hard to do things. And when the X39 came into my sphere of knowledge, this is something that helps rebuild. It helps rebuild you. It just helps you to deal with some of the things, like the left hand where I've had the ligament replacement. There's days where that used to just straight up let go, and after a certain amount of the X39 usage, it doesn't let go so much anymore, which is really great. Like it's just been a journey, which is fantastic. Yeah, there's a bunch of things I can do that I couldn't do before.
So knowing you personally, one of the things I want to ask you, because I know that within your family genetics, there has been some things that have been holding you back. Talk to me a little bit about that, and also talk to me a little bit about the, I guess, the mental struggles that you were also having that were holding you back because of some of those things that are within your genetics.
Alrighty, so the other benefit of the X39 patches is they help your DNA basically wind itself back. And with my family history, we have the Huntington's gene, which is this lovely little sequence of mutated gene which will eventually start causing a spike protein to start flowing in and either eat away at my motor function or my memory function. And by hopefully winding back my DNA to a point before that happens and keeping it at a point before that happens, I'm hoping to skim past my 1.5%. It's a slim chance, but I'm hoping with the X39 that I give myself a greater chance of being able to avoid that consequence of my life. Brings me into the other part of this, which is my mental health, which has been better because I can actually do stuff, which has helped stimulate all of the beneficial stuff that this is.
Yes, 100%. So one of the things that I've been aware of being able to be blessed with being in your reality is that you were kind of putting yourself in the category of I can't do. So one of the things that I've actually experienced is, since you started wearing the patches, is a woman that has started to embrace life more. That's definitely one of the things I experienced. And with that embracing life more became you deciding to becoming a knight in shining armor. So what I want to touch base on a little bit is obviously your Buhurt journey, how Lifewave has actually helped push you, I guess, because there's been the strength, there's been the endurance, there's been all of the things that having stem cell regeneration within your body gives you. It's given you an extra force, I'm going to say, that has taken you down an avenue of representing Australia in, what is it? It's the World Buhurt Championships?
It's the World Championships for Buhurts, which is really cool. The X39s have helped with a bunch of endurance when trying to keep up, but again, they're mostly a bunch of 20, early 30-year-olds at the most, so getting into this quite late. and yeah, it's helped with repairing after some of the really hectic training sessions. It helps me feel stronger when I am carrying around my 30 kilos or so of equipment. I mean, this stuff here gets quite heavy after a while. That's a
It's pretty hectic. Like, that's well and truly. If in a different era that would be an insane weapon, I could imagine that the side of that would be sharpened like a blade. 100% decapitate in the middle of being, war. And so with the wearing of the patches, obviously it's given you would you say like a new lease in life in some senses?
Yeah, I would definitely say that it has. Putting them on, it's like my first experience of trying this technology, this fucking medical stuff, is I had a particularly rough training session, and I got bar checked into the list, which is the big like the barrier bit, and I got a full bar checked into the list, and my shoulder was really painful because it again, very heavy training session, and I had this little X39 patch, and I'm like, I don't know if this is going to work. I'm pretty skeptical of it. It's a sticker, but I'm going to see what this sticker does.
It's an insane theory. Like, at the end of the day, with Lifewave, it's a quantum healing technology which has a semiconducting biomolecular antenna, which would be a crystal, woven into the patch. I've got one on my wrist right now. There we go.
I like to wear mine on my feet.
You got one on your feet. You got one on the back of your neck as well.
Yeah.
And so basically, the crystals are made with an intent to reflect a specific frequency back into you. So the patch itself, it creates like a mirror that is reflecting your own infrared light back into you, using your own biosphere and electric biosphere to heal your body. And so Lifewave is a phototherapy, and basically it works within what's not seen. It works within the world of light. So we are at the end of the day a vibration that's in the constant state of creation turning into a cell, and so it works on that vibration level. And so with your knowing that at the end of the day Lifewave was used, the application was used within the US Army to create super soldiers, knowing that, would you say that there has been that kind of energy flow and that kind of
so that leads me back to the story of, I was like, will it work? Won't it work? Curious. So I put it on. Within about 15 minutes, I had full range of motion back in my shoulder, and my pain had dropped down to basically next to nothing, and I'm like, I'm ready to go again. So the applications of that, yes, I can still see that, definitely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So would you say now, like I know with myself, I've been using Lifewave now for just over a year. I can definitely say that I've experienced a regeneration that is second to none. Supplements, vitamins, none of that stuff actually gives me this kind of regeneration. Would you say that it's something now that once you start wearing it, will you ever go back?
I had to take, for financial reasons, I took a break of the X39s for about 6 months, and I can honestly say wasn't great. Didn't go back to, like, it's not like your pills from the doctor where you come off them and there's immediate just like but I did notice that things were starting to slide back to a state of everything hurts again, and that was starting to get very difficult to get up in the mornings again, and I lost a lot of mental clarity that I had, and a lot of the focus and the drive that I had. It was starting to be a very big struggle, because there was just a lot of stuff that it's years of accumulated industrial abuse and just the stuff that happens with living. And
how would you say that degeneration, because you did regenerate, so you're degenerated, how would you say that actually affected you preparing for the Buhurt World Championships?
It's made it really difficult. I'm very happy to now have my X39s back in my world again. and all of a sudden I'm much more focused. I'm much more on top of my preparedness game, which is awesome. But again, it helps you with that being able to move. It helps a lot. Yeah.
So I know that a lot of people probably watching this at home don't really know much about the Buhurt World. So from my understanding, it's a reenactment of fights that would have been happening in a medieval era. Like, explain this to me.
So the reenactment stuff, that's more HEMA. Buhurt's is it's a recreational sport still. We are slowly gathering the amount of people that we need to become a actual part of what is the Sports Australia committee people. So we're slowly gathering the peoples to become an actual legitimate sport, which is fantastic. But the Buhurt has been around since about the 900s, I believe. It came from France. Yeah, it's been around for ages, because what do you do with a bunch of knights who have no wars to be fighting in, who are getting bored? Yeah, well. But we play with, right, so where's that one? We play with blunted weapons, so no edges, there's no stabby, no thrusty, none of that. We're not actually trying to kill each other, but what we are...
And what is that called?
This is an axe. This is a very long single-handed axe. This is my grapple stick.
Totally thought it was going to be something more complex than just axe.
This is my axe. That's my buckler, which is a shield. This is my helmet. This is my my very pretty helmet. And yeah, it's think of a combination of it's a little bit like football, but there's no ball. There's a lot of the MMA aspects, because we're grappling a lot. There's a lot of throws happening. There's a little bit of kicking involved. There's a lot of kneeing people. There's a lot of fighting involved, and there's team tactics involved, because we're fighting 5v5. It's great. There's also 3v3s and there's 2v2s as you get smaller groups of people. And this year I'm lucky enough to be in a 12v12 category, which is going to be chaos, and I'm in the 5v5 category, which I'm very excited about, because there's not too many people that get to fight in a 5v5 for World Championship stuff. Yeah.
Right. It's iconic. It really, 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 really is iconic. Hence why I wanted to catch up with you so we could talk about, obviously, your Buhurt journey, and also how Lifewave is being able to... What's the word? How it's
been supporting my choice of mental health therapy, because this is what I do to make my soul happy, which is important in maintaining a good vibrational level for me to basically, again, I have this uncertain future, but having this positive mental health vibe helps me to go into that being like, okay, this is what I'm doing, but I've also got to live out my childhood dream from about 6 of being a knight. Like, this is my jam.
Love it.
This is my jam.
Love that. 100%. That is so chill. So to any 40-year-old woman that is watching this clip right now, what would your words be to her about your decisions of taking on Lifewave? Like, what advice would you give to that person that might make them go, I'm going to do this?
Okay. Clarity. It gives you more stability within yourself through helping the hormonal, it helps with dealing with the hormonal levels of things. Is definitely a thing. It definitely helps with a bunch of energy that you might not feel that you have. Yeah, it's just it's really hard to describe the feelings, because I'm living them and going, this is so good. Like, I feel like I felt before I became injured, and I know that I still have these things within my body that I need to be aware of and not be silly with, but I feel like I have all of this vigor and it's amazing.
And there's that little piece of like being tripped out about it, because at the end of the day, we did grow up being told that in the future, beyond 2000, that there would be all this amazing technology that we'd be able to use. And to be using a quantum healing product, which is a sticker, that you stick onto yourself and you actually do get all these amazing results from. It's a little bit of a...
I think it's beautiful that part of it is still crystal.
Right?
It is still crystals.
Yeah.
Yeah, that is still beautiful.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Perfect. Well, is there anything else that you want to put into saying hello to the people at home?
Look, if you have the opportunity to look up the World Championships, they're held in Buhurt Palace, which has been like used since the 1400s. It's in Hungary. That's in July this year, and I'm very, very excited about it. There's like a whole bunch of us going there, and I'll be in the green and gold.
And let's do a little bit of a shout out to your Buhurt team. So details, what's the name of the team, etc., etc.
Okay, so we are the WarHounds. We have a women's team that is the Hellhounds. We also train out the same gym. But the WarHounds are in Wingfield. It's a bunch of really awesome, really inclusive people. We train Tuesdays and Thursdays at about 6:30. And there's, I think WarHounds AC is on TikTok and Insta and Facebook.
And if anybody at home was interested in wanting to start doing Buhurt, what's the process that they would have to go through?
Basically just message any of those pages and go, hey, we want to come along. We always enjoy new people coming along and like just joining in. You don't have to go, oh, I want to fight. You could come along for the fitness training. You could come along to support, because without support, there is no sport. We always love when people want to come along and just join in and go, hey, we really love this atmosphere, but we don't actually want to do the thing, but we're happy to be here to, like, you know, talk to people. You know, we want to help people do stuff. We want to, oh, you need help, that we'll tie stuff on, like we'll help you tie your kit on. That's always awesome. There's all different levels of this, but if you want to start off, you don't have to be super fit, you don't have to be super slim, you don't have to be super young. It's very inclusive, but as you continue on with it, you get fitter, you get quicker, you get stronger. Yeah, it's awesome. It's a good group of people.
So good, so good. So our intent is to follow Kat's journey over the next couple of weeks and beyond, but as she prepares to be getting ready to go to the World Championships. And so stay tuned for another episode of Jeremiah and TazzKat as we bring some information to you about Lifewave, how that's actually helping with all of this, and also some, you know, information about the Buhurt journey, because it's, you know, it's unique. Like, I know more people who play soccer and football and tennis and crap like that than I do that do Buhurt, you know, so...
It's a very niche sport, that's for sure.
Awesome. Well, thank you for taking the time of coming and have a chat today, and I'm looking forward to catching up with you again in this process.
Yeah.